Namaste, everyone. Back again. Big homie Litkaya, aka Shiva, as y'all know, from Hinduism text. Um, so today we're going to talk about something that I think people want to hear about and people that they don't want to know about. Today we're going to talk about demons and how they work. Guys, demons are um, demons. They're funny. And humans, I guess, in this place are funny too for creating a concept of how they work. Okay? Guys, I got bad news. I got bad news. Demons don't work like how you see in the movies. Stop being scared. There's no reason to be afraid. All right? Demons don't work like how they work in the movies. They don't. They can't. It's not like that. All right? So this is how they work before they start manifesting here in your visual perception here later on in the future to start freaking everybody out. And then you're going to want to go to religion then. Demons know that we're in the in-between, and they make a mockery of it. And they talk shit to the Vatican Church. They build possessions, and demons will tell them they're in a place where they're in between something. And they know what's going on. So we're going to explain about how demons work and how to better protect yourself against demons or a demonic attack. Everybody has their own way of repelling demons. Pagan, witchcraft, Catholicism, Hinduism, Buddhism. There's always ways to repel demons. All right, so we're going to talk about a physical aspect of repelling the demon. Physically, let's say we repel a demon and we'll burn some rosemary or sage. Fresh rosemary or sage will repel a demon and it'll last for about 4 hours. All right, you have clear, conscious thought and thinking. That's one way. Stone placement in your house in front of your staircase, in front of your doorways, in front of your hallways is another way to repel demons, metaphysically. We're just going to talk about how to get rid of these guys physically, metaphysically, as a physical standpoint of how you guys are. Demons are always ever present, all right? And we're going to explain about demons in full detail. So for those that, and I don't care, I'm going to pull names out. EA Coding, we already know who he is, okay? He channels and harnesses demons, but he's human. He's enlightened and not ascended. He's more descended than anything. So his ritual of conjuring and invoking demons into his vessel is a little bit outdated. And if he knew the truth about himself, it would be a subconscious thing to do. But he has to do rituals to do it. Let him figure it out the hard way like you all guys do. So anyways, demons, in this place, it is a psychological factor of your mind. All right? It's not a physical factor of physical manifestation visually, but it does happen. People will be so focused, or they'll be going to a new place or a new area of a place they've never been at. Their brains are a little bit more receptive. Their brains are a little bit more open and a little bit more hypersensitive. The pineal gland might crack a little bit, and you'll start to perceive reality for the truth, and you'll like see a manifestation of a shadow entity, or a shadow imp entity. And these guys are big in size and small in size. I've seen them all the time before I started waking up to who I was. So, demons work in multitudes of ways. All right? These guys are like the biggest watchers. All right? That's all they do is watch. And if you hear him hitting the Rudraksha seeds, that means like we're hitting what he wants to get the point across. He purposely hits the Rudraksha seeds with the bell just to like, hey, this is exactly the truth. So anyways, demons in this place is all psychological. It's all a psychological manifestation of your mind creating delusions. It's simple. You guys are your own demons. For that you are masked and you're born inside of a place that you do not belong from as a slate, what do you think you are? But we're not here to tell the world that, hey, everybody in this place is a demon. In truth, this is what the truth is. But we're going to explain about how to better yourself and how to deal with demons and your own personal demons and metaphysical external demons that are consciously not local. Okay? It's all about locality. It's all about consciousness and locality. Your own locality. Demons are non-locality. Period. They're non-locality. All right? So I'm going to explain to you how your mind works. The right side of your brain is creativity. The left side of your brain is logic and memory. Let's just say Dharma's over here. Creativity's over here. Now, creativity is a good thing. We create music. I'm a musician. I've made a ton of beats. I'm still making music today. I'm an artist. I'm a martial artist. I've been in the practice of martial arts for over 28 years. Second degree black belt. And learned over a lot of different styles besides being a black belt in the style that I've created. So anyways, as an artist, that's what it's about, creativity. Being an artist is being divine. Thinking outside of the box is being divine. Thinking inside of your box is being a demon. Kind of. But in a sense, yes. We're not here to preach the fact of the world of what they're born inside of, which is hell. Y'all guys will find this out yourself here later on when the reality starts to break. You'll find out. You already know that you're in hell because it doesn't make any sense why there's so many people killing each other over in the name of God. The name of God has been called out in sex. Kids has been strapped with bombs, sent into schools in the name of God. Kids are being raped. I was molested. I was molested when I was a kid for a year and a half in a foster home. I was 3 years old, and I was forced to eat a woman out. I was forced to go down on a fucking 16-year-old high school chick that would make me, go down on her until she climaxed. All the time. And I'm 3 years old. I shouldn't have to experience this from 3 to 4.5 years old. It's impossible. It's fucking impossible. Why was I being raped in the mouth by my own people, a black chick, okay? Why was I being raped? She should have had common sense, but she didn't because she's a demon. She's wearing a mask. But she has consciousness as a slate, which makes her Angie. As a slate, which makes me Marquand, my personality, individuality. So that can't be taken away. You're in the in-between of your own mind, making a rational thought of what is and isn't, what's right and wrong, what's truth and what's a lie. It is your job and responsibility as an individuality of sentience to be able to cut through the bullshit and see truth of knowing right from wrong. If you cannot figure out right from wrong, you're just a fucking demon. Walking around here doing demonic ass shit like, I don't know, killing kids, human trafficking, drug cartelling, pushing, and we're like a lot of hippies are not going to like us, and we don't care because we're going to tell the truth about marijuana. Okay, now my personal life is my personal life. I do things in my own personal life, so I'm not a hypocrite, but I do smoke a little bit. But my marijuana habit has went dramatically way fucking down from when I used to smoke blunts. It doesn't happen no more. I don't smoke as much as I used to, barely at all. Because it's coming to a point to where I'm starting to know how I'm dealing with society and people, and how people can be assholes, and how you cannot be stoned all the time dealing with assholes, because what does an asshole look at a stoned person? Oh, he's too in bliss about nature. Fuck him. Okay? He's a fucking hippie. He should die. It's still thinking like a demon. You guys can't figure it out. So, we're going to talk about how demons work. Demons don't work like how you see on fucking movies. Stop watching horror movies, guys. I don't watch horror movies no more. After my sentence to heaven, I came back. I realized I was in a fucking horror movie permanently. Why the fuck do I want to look at a horror movie? I can look at the news and look at a horror movie. But we keep watching them. I don't know why. Stop living your own delusions of the illusionary realities that you create. Can't get out. So anyways, horror movies is not a good thing for the mind. Bad music is not a good thing for the mind. Okay? Arguments is not a good thing for the mind. Fighting is fighting spirit. That's good for the mind. Violence is not good for them. Is violence good? No. I learned that out the hard way too because I used to be a violent person. Not by nature, but by control of demons. And then me being one myself back in the day before I was ascended and became Reloaded Spawn. So anyways, demons play on your mind. So this is how they work. All right? You're inside of Samsara. Samsara is demons, so you're dealing with Samsara demons. Samsara is black mud of cloudy space, of muddy blackness, of dark matter that it's like it's nothing but the mud base of it is nothing but demonic energy. It's black magic. It's dark tantric energy. All right. So you're in it. You're breathing it in. It's hitting your eyes. It's in your ears. You want to figure out how to get negative thoughts out of your head. All right. So guys, listen up. Your mind works in mysterious ways, but it's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. You just have to listen to your inner voices. If you don't listen to your inner voices, you're going to be lost. When people listen to an inner voice when they're creating something in divine understanding. If they listen to a voice that's creating something in non-divine understanding, it's another voice that is not divine. It's not yourself. All you guys are puppets, but your individuality can make you breathe free from being a puppet. So let's say, for instance, somebody becomes a humanitarian. They'll start seeing, I don't know, somebody clubbing seals for money. Again, the root of all evil. Demons love it. They love the concept. And you see somebody that watches TV and they're watching seals being clubbed. Then all of a sudden, morality and consciousness starts to like stand in. Your divine self, your higher divine self is like, you know that ain't right. Now what are you going to do about it? Then you start creating not delusions, but divine understanding, and I need to go stop this. So you start a campaign and you go get a bunch of friends. You all get them to consciously see what you're trying to see, which is the Lord, trying to get people to understand that that's life. It's innocence. It's being destroyed for money. You have to go stop it. So that's how the divine works for your mind. Now here's how a demon works for your mind. Everything in this place is about subject matter. So whatever you see visually, it's about subject matter. So let's say, for instance, if you look at a Playboy or Playgirl magazine, you look at the centerfold, you see a chick or you see a man, and you're a female and or guy, and you're like, oh, I need to go rub one out, or I need to go rub one in. I don't know. You're a female, male, figure it out. So you're like, okay, I gotta go rub one out or in. I looked at this subject matter. It's matter. It's a subject. I need to go jack one off or rub one out. You just lost the battle, dude. A demon just told you need to go masturbate to a demonic understanding. All right, guys, I'm going to tell y'all a simple story, and it's going to be real quick, about my ascension when I died and crossed over. I'm an open person because I have nothing to hide. Demons always have something to hide. They always run. They always cower and feel that they're just a bunch of cowards. All right. When I ascended and I came back from heaven and I had all this divine energy pouring through me, I couldn't stop radiating. I was always blissful and always happy, and everybody I was talking to was like brand new to me. Everything was brand new to me. Food, vision of what I was seeing, people, everything was brand. Even the people that I work with on a regular basis, when I went to work that day, the next day after ascending and coming back to hell, and then going in here with Siva all radiating through me, and I'm looking at people like, and happy to see people that used to be pissed off or just didn't like me, as Marquand, that I didn't like myself, and I would go in there so peaceful and would love them, and they would look at me like I was fucking crazy. All right. Then I did something. I don't know. 5 days later, I didn't masturbate the whole time. 5 days later, I masturbated. I couldn't climax. Semen would come out. Like I said, I'm being honest. I don't care. What do I have to hide? Semen would come out. I would have the jerking motions of what you guys would call climaxing. I would bust my nut. Something strange happened. I couldn't feel anything up here. It was gone. Now, I've been a jacking, having sex fool since I was 14, 15. All right? I know what it's like to climax up here. I know what it's like to climax. Well, guys, I can't climax no more. And for months, I couldn't understand when I would rub one out, I would get the jerking sensation. Oh, it's pumping out, the pumping action. I would get one pulse up here. But I wouldn't be euphoric. I couldn't climax. It was just semen coming out of my penis. And I'm like, what's going on with my brain? Why is my brain Why, for months, why can't I come? I can't climax. Semen comes out of my penis, but I don't feel anything anymore. I didn't know I was climaxing a demon the whole time. They ascended me and took away my demons and destroyed them. And I became my higher divine self, which is Shiva, which is I'm the incarnation of him. So I no longer can climax. I still can't climax, guys. I'm sorry. There's only one way for me to climax, and that's by channeling. And I can only channel the divine in order to do this, in order to be able to actually climax again. And that's my personal life. I don't like to talk about it. I'm not here to teach how I climax. It's not, but it's just something. Even if I was to manually not have Shiva with me and say, "Hey Shiva, why don't you be outside of my body? I'm going to rub one out." I won't climax. But if Shiva sees something in subject matter, something because he likes tall blonde women, I don't know why, because that's just his thing, and he'll share the conscious thought with me and experience, and I'll masturbate, and then I can finally climax again because it's him now, because we're sharing consciousness. So what was I sharing consciousness the whole time? It wasn't Shiva. Was it you? No. I had 28 demons, guys. I had 28 of them. I had 28. They're all gone. They don't exist anymore. Now, back to the subject at hand. Tell you how they work. Everything here is psychological. All right. When somebody pisses you off or somebody owes you money, it's all about subject matter inside of this place. So let's say I look outside and somebody owes me money. What am I going to think? As Omar Kwan before I was ascended, as Omar Kwan, I'd be like, oh, that bitch ass Negro owed me money. I need to go see that punk mofo, or it's going to be some problems. Because money was a subject matter, the visual aspect of the person that owed me money just led to a bunch of random fucking thoughts. I started paying attention to my brain, guys. I started paying attention to like random thoughts. I started paying attention to my brain, guys. Well, the same way you guys need to. This is the best way to fight demons. Pay attention to the thoughts in your mind. All you got to do is listen, and then you be the judge. Don't let a demon tell you what to do. Don't let a demon tell you what to do. You do what you want to do. In this place, you can do no wrong, but you'll reap the repercussions. You will reap what you sow. Anything you do in here will come back to you tenfold, but you can do whatever you want. Trust me, it will not be against you, except for certain karmatic episodes of, I don't know, karma bombs. Don't send a bunch of kids blowing up shit in the name of God. Oh my goodness, you're asking for it. So, anyways, you have to pay attention to the voice in your head. All right, and it's pressure. You'll feel a pressure over here in your right side of your brain when you're stressed. You'll feel a pressure in your right side. You'll have an argument. Your navel chakra will spin counterclockwise. All right, it'll spin counterclockwise. And you'll feel a pressure here in the back of your right lobe, right here in the back. And you'll start cramping. So you guys got to pay attention to this when you argue with somebody. And it's usually about money or somebody not doing enough work in the universe in a relationship. Pay attention to the voice in your head when you're angry. And try to find rationality in there. I used to suffer from extreme road rage. I used to be a pizza delivery driver. Trust me, I worked for Papa John's for a long time. Oh, not a long time, not as long as I'm glad I didn't. I had extreme road rage. Road rage doesn't exist no more. I don't get angry about stupid shit. And then not because I don't want to either, because Shiva will not allow me to get angry about the mundanity of somebody cutting me off, and then I'm going to drop a bunch of F and N bombs. You don't do that. And then two, I don't have control of this because it doesn't happen for me anymore. I don't have road rage. I don't get angry. So anyways, anger, arguments, pay attention to the voice in your head. You'll hear these, or just think about it in a sense like this. Still your thoughts. Don't play no music. Don't play nothing. Be in a room of total silence. Put a piece of paper in front of you that has subject matter on it, like, I don't know, a dollar bill. Put $100 bill in front of you on a piece of paper, but you don't own a dollar bill because you're broke. Put a dollar bill, print it out, put it in front of you, look at it in a room full of silence, and look at that $100 bill. And I guarantee you something in your right side of your brain will tell you to do something to get more of it. It's a demon. For you're looking at subject matter, which is the $100 bill you printed off from a printer as an image. And you look at it and you're like, man, I wish I could get some of that. There's your demon. It's that instant, guys. Subject matter. Demons wait for you to find something in your brain because they're always scamming your thoughts. All right? We're going to talk about scamming on other videos. There's something that Shiva kept repeating to me in the beginning of when I was awakened to his presence inside of me. He says they're scamming your thoughts. So I'm like, scanning? And he's like, no, scamming your thoughts. It's not scamming in a literal sense of running a scam on you. No, that's not what scamming thoughts mean to them, to the divine, and to demons. Because we're in a place, they need consciousness to be able to see what we see. If they don't have consciousness, they can only see what they see, which is in perpetual darkness of samsara. So they'll see like web veins and veins of consciousness. So they'll gravitate around a web brain of consciousness, and they'll wait for a certain vibrational pattern in your brain that is subject matter, so they can actually see your thoughts because they're focused on your brain. So demons don't just like come into your house and like, I don't know, like grab objects and like, oh, I knocked it off your bed. I'm a demon. No, that's not how they work. Demons are like, they're like watchers. All they do is watch, wait, and listen. So silence is not golden. Silence is not golden. Whoever told you that shit is a liar. All right? The only silence and stillness you're going to hear is when you go to the Lord. And that's a different type of silence that you still won't have silence. You're always going to have thought in your mind. So it's never quiet. But in this place, silence is not golden. So you always got to have sound vibration playing, like good music, gospel music, something that they don't like. And it distorts the signal. So the signal that you're relaying back and forth is about subject matter. Well, if you play subject matter about, I don't know, gospel music, they can't affect your thoughts. Or if you play a song that is good for you, that you love, that makes you goosebumpy, they can't invade your thoughts because they're trying to get in your head. Demons want to get inside of your head. They have to scam your mind and watch and wait for you to think about a matter that is pertaining to a certain subject. Okay? If you are thinking about something bad, demons are going to keep egging you on and keep enabling that. And they'll just, and your conscious thought will agree with it to agree with it. And you'll believe it that it's your own rationality, that you're the one that made the decision to go down the street to the strip club and wait for that chick to get off and then buy a pack of cocaine off your homie to go snort with her so you can consort with another demon. You guys are going to figure it out. Demons here are psychological. It's not physical manifestations. Not at all. They are psychological. All they do is watch and prey on your thoughts. They sit in silence. When you fucking sleep at night with no sound vibration and no music, it's feeding time. It's feeding time. Start playing music while you sleep, guys. Start having a camera watch you while you sleep. Start lighting 4 white candles in your bedroom while you sleep to add more protection against them invading your mind, causing you to go through bardos or dimensional rifts and experiencing nightmares, which is nothing but other realities that you're consciously having an awakened state with an attachment of a sentience that is having an experience. Dude, y'all guys gotta know this in order to know all of this. Everything inside of this place is a mind game. It's all psychological warfare. And that's what demons are. It's nothing but an externalized, non-localized, psychological entity, psychologically playing on your thoughts, waiting for you to think or see something that is pertaining to subject matter that it knows so it can feed off of it to keep you going in a perpetual loop. All right? Whether it be violence, whether it be sex, whether it be eating, whether it be being greedy, whether it be loathing for money, whether it be self-loathing for ignorance. You got to know how to come out of your shell. You have to break free. And the only way to break free from your demons is through love. Positive sound vibration. knowing divine tantric rituals and stone placements and elements, kosher salts, sea salts, Himalayan salts, blessed oils. There's so many ways to fight against samsara in here, but your biggest fight is yourself. You're your biggest demon. You're your biggest critic. You're your biggest hypocrite. You have to figure out what is bullshit and what is truth. And you have to listen to this because this doesn't lie to you. This side will. Imagination can be dangerous, guys. Think about imagination. Put yourself in a black woman's shoes from America, from the hood, dealing with a bunch of trick, scallywag, chicken heads on the same negative premise, talking about, girl, if we don't go down here and get this weed and like go to the store and get some weed to put in our hair while we smoke weed, and then think about how we're gonna trap that dude that's balling down the street that just came in the neighborhood and started selling dope. I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna prepare myself for this one. Put yourself in her shoes. Think about what she goes through and what she's living and what she has to do to survive in this place. You know it's not right. It's a demon doing demonic activities in order to procreate more demons. All right? Now, I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news. We're just here to destroy the illusionary mask. Everybody is born inside of hell. If you're not born from outside of hell, you're born from inside of it. All right? So, you're your own biggest fight. You're your own biggest enemy, not people. The key is to like know yourself before you can know other people. So know thyself. If you don't know thyself, you will be exactly what you see to believe, what you want to believe, what you think that you are. All right? Stop being a demon, guys. Start listening to your mind. Listen to the left side of your brain because we've always been with you guys. We're the good intuition. Demons are bad intuition. All right? It's your job to know the difference between the two. It's common sense, guys. It's Dharma. Dharma is common sense. Padmasambhava went to Tibet to liberate a bunch of demons. Literally, physically, and non-physically. With mask or no mask. Not only was he there to liberate the people of Tibet and Buddhism is the truth about how the mind works. All right? Not only he was liberating metaphysical demons, but people are demons themselves, and he was also teaching and liberating them. So yes, he went to Tibet to liberate a bunch of walking flesh, human look-alike demons, mask, and metaphysical. I have to do the same thing because I got to write the New Tibetan Book of the Dead. All right, if y'all can kind of think about it, like I've been dealing with the occult, knowing Shiva, knowing what the occult is, knowing what the truth of reality is, knowing where we're at, knowing what I've been dealing with. Couldn't understand when my baby mama was tripping on acid back in 1995, and we're sitting in a room full of people. She's just staring at him in silence as she's peeking. Gets up, leaves, tells me I'm going home. I go outside to find out that she's freaking out because everybody that she sees in there, their faces were melting away and demons were manifesting. And she kept telling me everybody in there is fake. Everybody in there is a demon. Everybody in there is fake. I didn't understand. I thought she was tripping balls. I thought she was hallucinating. So there's a difference between hallucination and interdimensional breakage. All right? What we perceive as interdimensional breakage. It's not hallucinations, guys. There's a difference between hallucinations and interdimensional breakage. There's no such thing as hallucinations. You know what hallucination is? Everybody's hallucinating. You're in samsara. You all are hallucinating. Every single person that claims that somebody is hallucinating is actually becoming more and more understanding to the truth, visually and psychologically, than people that go to work every day and become sheep. So keep eating McDonald's, guys. Keep eating them Big Macs. Keep eating steak. You guys are going to pay for it one way or another. And I'm here to let you know, if it ain't organic and if it ain't vegetables, hell, I would stay away from weed as much as you possibly can because I found out the hard way about what weed truly is. Weed isn't a good thing, guys. I don't care if you are on cancer and if you have to smoke weed to eat. There's other ways to figure out how to, get you to be hungry without marijuana. But marijuana is a coping mechanism. Just like a lot of things are coping mechanisms. But what are you coping with? yourself or a demon. You decide. Peace out, guys.